Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Dafford16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 101. It is Thursday, or maybe it is Wednesday if you're watching this a day early on Patreon, but regardless of what day you're watching this, let's read some comments. There was a great Christmas bake-off last year, maybe that one or one of the previous festive specials might be good for December. There have been quite a few charity specials as well. Yeah, we'll definitely probably do something like that next month. I'm really interested in that show, just because we have shows like that, obviously, over here. And they're very entertaining, and Christmas Bake Off just sounds fun as hell. So I imagine we'll get to around to that next month. Happy Guy Fawkes Night, dudes, or at least it was when this comment was made. May not be the biggest celebrations we're accustomed to, but enjoyed all the same. England thinking of you during lockdown. Stay strong, folks. Yeah, for sure. Although, I don't know if anyone heard the encouraging news, but an American company recently released their results of their vaccine testing and stated that it's 90% effective, over 90% effective. And according to Dr. Anthony Fauci, who is a well-known doctor over here who the current president is trying to demonize, and it was actually on the verge of losing his job because Trump said that he might fire Fauci if he won a second term, which he didn't. Fauci said that, well, one, there's also another company who might release their results this week. And if they're very effective as well, then, because I think the U.S. government said they only need to be over 50% effective to be released, and there's one company saying it's 90+% effective. This other company is pretty effective as well. Then potentially by next month we could have multiple different vaccines coming out. Now it's going to take a while to distribute, not just across the country, but across the world as well. But things are looking up, ladies and gentlemen. Things might just be, it's not a guarantee, I want to say. It's not a guarantee. It hasn't been approved. Like, it still needs to go final testing and approved by the FDA and all that. But things are looking up. Can I just say I really appreciate you censoring racist stuff, sex creeps, etc. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the business of giving that a platform. You can call me a pussy if you want for censoring it, but I don't care. Like, I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. If you have a problem with it, you can watch someone else who's more, there's a fly around here. You can watch someone else who's more comfortable with showing that kind of stuff and giving sexual predators a platform, and giving racist stuff a platform. I'm not, so I'm not gonna do it. But if you have a problem with that, I'm not your guy. Another Vicar of Dibley would be very welcome. They have a few Christmas specials too. Yeah, we're definitely doing that next month. I did a Christmas special. It was a great Christmas luncheon or something, whatever it was. It was the one where she tries to go to 3 different lunches. That's the other episode I did. I did that in, ironically, not December. I believe I did that in January of 2018. So it's been almost 2 years since I've seen an episode of it. But I have one of the Ever Christmas specials, so we'll be taking a look at that next month. That is a guarantee for December. We will absolutely be doing that. Congratulations, Noah. Here's the next 100. For old time's sakes, can you please give us a great? Well, I mean, I can't just pull greats out of my ass unless something is really great. Please react to Misfits. It's so funny. What's funny about that is I have reacted to Misfits. There's an episode you can see on the channel. And what's really interesting about it is it seems like something I've been asked about a lot, but it reminds me of Benidorm. Like, it's something I've been asked about a lot, but it flopped hard twice. It flopped on Vimeo originally, and it flopped on YouTube. It only got, when I uploaded to Vimeo, like 1.2K when I originally uploaded it, and I was able to get it unblocked on YouTube and uploaded it to YouTube, and it has 6K, something like that. So it did okay, but it didn't do that good. So I mean, it's something I'd like to see another episode of, but it hasn't shown to me that it's something that may or may not. It hasn't been proven to me that it's going to do well, so I don't know. I think we'll have the election results by Reading Your Comments 101, or we'll still be waiting when it's Reading Your Comments 200. I was going to ask how a population of 330 million people, these are the best 2 people you have to run the country, but then again, we have Boris and Corbyn, so can't say a thing. Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, I think it really shows, I'm not sure how the UK is right now, but I think it really shows how, like, split down the middle America is. In terms of policies right now, America is really smack dab split. Because this has been going on every election since George H.W. Bush. The presidency has flip-flopped. George H.W. Bush won. He was Ronald Reagan's vice. Ronald Reagan was Republican. And then George H.W. Bush was also Republican. He was elected in '88. But then In 92, Clinton, who was a Democrat, won, served 2 terms, and then in 2000, George W. Bush, who was a Republican, won. He served 2 terms. Then in 2008, Barack Obama, who was a Democrat, won, served 2 terms. And then 2016, Donald Trump, who was a Republican, won, served 1 term. And now Joe Biden has been elected, who's a Democrat. It seems like how it goes in American politics is when one side controls for too long, the other side rises up and then takes it back, and then it's a repeat cycle. That's basically how it's been since the 90s. Okay, 3 questions here. 1, so you haven't gotten anything to beat the undesired language. Come to think of it, has any president failed to win a term after being elected for the first term without dying in office? And 3rd, looking at BBC News website, looks like if it keeps going like this, it's going to be really tight. Okay, so first off, you have anything to bleep the undesired language? Personal opinion, I feel like bleeps are annoying in situations that are not hilarious. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to comedy, and sometimes bleeps can add to the comedy. It makes it funnier. But in a situation where it's not funny, bleeps are just kind of annoying. So instead of a bleep, I might just do an audio cut because it's not funny. So has any president failed to win a 2nd term after being elected first term? Well, yes, George H.W. Bush, as I mentioned, was elected in 88 and then lost his 2nd term election in 92 to Bill Clinton. Also, Jimmy Carter lost his 2nd term, I believe, to Ronald Reagan. And the 3rd question, if he keeps going like this, it's going to be really tight. It was. Not that tight, not tight enough where anything is going to be overturned. Don't worry about that. Joe Biden will be the president. But it was tighter than people thought, because once again, to be fair, the country is split enough where people did underestimate Donald Trump. But on the flip side of that, I think people underestimated Joe Biden, because I did not think Joe Biden was a good candidate. I didn't personally think he could beat Donald Trump, but he proved me wrong. He got a lot more support. He flipped Georgia, who has voted Democrat, has voted Republican, since like 92. I think Clinton was the last one to win Georgia, and he was able to flip that. He flipped back 3 states that Trump won in 2016: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Was it? Or was it, no, Michigan? That's what it was. I do maintain, I do think that if the pandemic hadn't happened, I think Trump would have gotten reelected, because there wouldn't have been a pandemic for him to handle incredibly poorly, and there wouldn't have been as many mail-in ballots, which is ultimately what put Biden over the hump. But yeah, I think they were both underestimated, and I think anybody thinking it was going to be a landslide was probably someone very far left-wing or very far right-wing. Looking at it from a middle perspective, I knew it was going to be close. Am I surprised Biden won? Maybe a little bit, but I'm happy about it. I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I don't personally believe in either political party, because I think that both political parties are responsible for the state America is in right now. I think they're both a whole bunch of assholes. And whenever the Democrats have a good idea, the Republicans reject it just because the Democrats had the good idea, and vice versa. Democrats do the same thing for Republicans. People say, oh, the Democrats, what's wrong with the country? The Republicans, what's wrong with the country? It's both of them. They're both what's wrong with the country. So I'm not on either side of the political spectrum. Sorry, I'm having a little rant here, but I'm not on either side there, because in my opinion, they are both what's wrong with the country. But I will say, after what has gone down the last 4 years, I think we are in need of a leadership change, and I'm happy we're getting it. Release the Hounds was a short-lived game show where you had a backpack and literally had to run away to win a load of money, and they released dogs on you chasing you. That sounds incredible. I don't know why it was short-lived, because that sounds fucking amazing. I might have to, you know what, I have this folder, update on a reaction videos folder for anyone interested. There's now 780 videos in here. And Release the Hounds is not one of them, but it can be. Father Larry Duff survived so many accidents, I think he just might be immortal. What was his last appearance? Because I'd like to imagine whatever his last appearance was probably his death, because, my god, he might be immortal, but, I mean, something had to get him eventually. The Mainland's a good episode. You've said before that you want to watch One Foot in the Grave first, but you don't need to know much other than one of the main story's catchphrase. Well, I'm glad somebody remembered that, because the entire comment section was, I swear, I feel like Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like sometimes people just don't listen when I speak, because the entire comment section was like, oh, you need to watch One Foot in the Grave, you need to watch One Foot in the Grave. I remember, you need to watch One Foot in the Grave first. I know. I've been saying that every time, and the one time I didn't mention it, people get on my ass about it. I still do want to watch One Foot in the Grave, though, because it looks like a good show, and I would like to see it first, so we will be doing that. In the UK, cider is an alcoholic drink. Is it true that it's a soft drink in America? It depends on the type of cider. Sparkling cider is a sparkly drink that is non-alcoholic. Yes, it's usually like a fruit drink. Like you have grape sparkling cider, or apple or sparkling cider, or something like that. But hard cider is alcoholic. Those wartime vets are amazing. Imagine having to work on animals under such conditions. Ah, yes. The great cats and dog war of 1988. I remember it well. Glad to see Phoenix Nights come back. One of my favorite shows. Was worried it would not make it as official series. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but there's something about it that, like, people told me going into it, like, oh, you shouldn't watch this. You're not going to get a lot of references. And maybe I don't. But I just enjoy it. Like, there's something about, again, I cannot explain what it is. I still can't think of what it is. But there's something about the setting that's very familiar to me. I just enjoy the show. As far as Phoenix Nights go, I think it's sad. She was honest with him at a point before his feelings got too deep, and they could have had something good. Yeah, again, no, I get it. Like, she was honest at that point, but at the same time, she had been lying the entire time. She literally started the relationship on a lie. And you can't start a relationship on a lie. Because if you start on a relationship on a lie, how are you supposed to have any trust in the first place? Peter Files' parents must have had a sick sense of humor. A good cringy episode, yeah. Oh man, yeah, I didn't even think about that in terms of the episode universe. Who the fuck names their kid Peter File? Clearly, people who hate their kid. Oh dear, look at us in the comment section. Again, I knew somebody like that. I knew somebody like that in that episode. So again, they did it ironically because they thought it was cute or quirky or whatever. And it was really fucking annoying. But that's high school. You don't need to mention the theme song every episode, bro. It's mainly the same people watching still game reactions. Good video, though. I'll watch all these if you make more. I will make more. It'll be another one next month. But again, that goes back to what I was talking about in the earlier comments. Sometimes I just feel like people just don't listen to me. Like, I had always, every single fucking time when I mentioned the Mainland, had mentioned that I was gonna watch One Foot in the Grave first. But the one fucking time I don't mention it, people were jumping down my fucking throat. Like, oh, remember, you gotta watch One Foot in the Grave first. You gotta do that first. Remember that? So I feel like, in the still game sense, if I don't mention the theme tune, people are gonna start jumping down my throat. Like, what happened with the theme tune? You know what I mean? So I almost feel fucking obligated to do it. In case you missed it in the credits, the young guy looking for Naveed is Naveed, minus the beard. Really? Okay, I actually thought it was his son. So is the beard fake? I guess it is. You know what's funny? Admittedly, I didn't think the facial hair for Jack and Victor was fake until I saw Chewing the Fat. So I'm guessing the beard is fake, or they just, I'm guessing so. So, yeah, I honestly didn't know. I honestly didn't know until I saw Chewing the Fat it was fake. I was like, huh, okay. I don't think Bobby could have possibly been old enough. It was nice to see the guys and girls without the aging makeup on for a change, especially Naveed. Yeah, but like, and that's true. That's another thing as well. There's aging makeup as well to make them look older. But like in the show's continuity, how old is Bobby? Because I mean, I don't know. Like maybe what I thought was maybe because he had mentioned that he had been running the bar since he was 18. So I thought maybe he knocked her up when he was 18. Because I don't know, he strikes me at least like probably late 40s. I mean, I don't know if he's that young. Hope you get around to watching the last two Still Game seasons. The last episode was a tearjerker. Here's the thing about that. I've mentioned this before, but I'll have to mention it again. So the show stopped, I think, after Series 6, for like a 9-year break due to like a fallout between the creators or something. And then it came back. When it came back, though, it was on a different network. I think it was on BBC One compared to BBC Scotland. And as a result of that, the copyright changed. So BX Kid, who, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a patron of his. He's another reactionist. Is that a word? Fuck it, we're making it one. It's a word now. Reactionist. He's another reactionist on YouTube. And he's done almost, I think, might have done close to every episode of Still Game. But he's had to put the later series on Dailymotion because the copyright is different. So, just letting you guys know about that. If you want me to do a Still Game video and have it be on YouTube, series 1 through 6 I can. But 7, 8, and 9, I believe, would have to, or maybe it's just 7 and 8, one or the other, would have to go on a third-party website. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Reading Your Comments. Per usual, if you want a chance to get your comment read next week, comment down below in the comment section. The comments from this video were pulled from, let me remember, Reading Your Comments 100, Father Ted 15, IT Crowd 10, Still Game 10, and Phoenix Knights 4. There was 5 videos comments were pulled from this one because the schedule was a little different this past week. But the comments in this video will be pulled. The comments in next week's Reading Your Comments, will be pulled from this video. The Would I Lie to You video. That was a spoiler. Whoops. The reaction video that releases tomorrow. What is today? Today is Tuesday. Shit. Alright, because, yeah, I'm... Fuck. Well, the reaction video that releases tomorrow. The reaction video that comes out next Monday. And then, yeah, those are the places to comment to get your chance to get your comment read. In next week's episode of Read Your Comments. But yeah, that's going to do it for me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel for instant reviews, my Twitter. If you want to follow me, my Patreon, if you want to support me on my Dailymotion and my VO, all those things are down in the description down below. Also, Rob is in the description down below. He's the person who sends me a lot of the reaction videos. He's been doing it for couple years, so if you want to subscribe to his YouTube channel, that's in the description as well. Thank you to all 53, is it 52 or 53? It's one or the other, I don't want to get it wrong. It could be different by the time this goes up, because I'm recording this Tuesday night, so who the fuck knows. It is, as I'm currently recording, 52 of my patrons, currently named in the description down below. For those of you who don't know, if you want to become a patron of me, and you can for $1, £1, it doesn't matter, I don't have tiers, you get these Reading Your Comments as well as the reaction videos, one, sometimes multiple days early. And you also get your name in the description down below. Also in the description is linked to Community Reddit as well as the daily schedule. With all that being said though, my name is Taffy Christine. This has been episode 101 of Reading Your Comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.